Welcome back, one and all, to the second episode of the Dirt Rally Career Mode here on Box Gaming. My name is Justin, and today we'll be completing the final two stages of the 1960s Open Championship Rally in Greece, starting with Urea Pepsi, and then continuing to Core Wi-Fi Daphne. I don't know how to pronounce any of these places, and it's only going to get worse. So this is going to be a bit of a shorter episode. I did mention it in the first episode. If you haven't watched that, make sure you go and check that out. It came out last week. Maybe I'll remember to put a link to it in the description below, but we'll see. But this episode's going to be a little bit shorter, as we're just doing these two stages. We did two stages in the first episode, but there was also a bunch of menu navigation and starting the game and all that. So you can see here I'm actually fixing my wheels, which gives me a time penalty. Yeah, I don't understand 100% how the time penalties work and everything, but anyway, here we go. Starting the third stage of this Greece rally in our classic mini, of course, with the damaged windshield, which I have to say was more of a hindrance than I really thought it would be. So I kind of wish that I had fixed the windshield rather than the wheels, to be totally honest. The wheels weren't falling off the car just yet, so I could have probably just done that. Anyway, I should be a lot more comfortable. Took a little bit too much of the inside of that corner there. It kind of unsettled the car for the next left-hander, but that's all right. We're continuing on just fine. But yeah, I should be much more comfortable versus the previous video, so my driving should be greatly improved. We are going to be in this mini for at least a few more episodes in this series, but believe me when I say I am very anxious to get out of this front-wheel drive class and into something that's rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. So people are saying that it's actually more difficult, and I don't doubt that, but at the same time, that's what I'm used to, is rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive cars. I'm just much more comfortable with those types of cars, so even though the cars themselves might be more difficult, for me, it should be overall easier, just purely because I should be much more at home with the car. So, taking a look at the split time up at the top right, we're actually not far off. I think we were actually even in the green. We finished the first quarter of the stage with, yeah, a 7-second gap, though, which is pretty large, especially considering that I was actually in the green and doing pretty well here. Staying to the right side. Obviously don't want to be going to the left there. A little bit of a bump, but not catching any air there. Bringing down into second gear, using a bit of the handbrake just to get the car turned in. Back up into third quickly. I probably should have just stayed in third gear, to be totally honest. But yeah, I really did not like the cracked windshield. Not the mechanic of it. I mean, like, it's really quite difficult, in my opinion, to drive with the cracked windshield when you're brand new to this game, you know, and I'm not doing these shakedowns or anything like that, and I probably should, because I think real rally drivers do that. Yeah, I'm almost certain real rally drivers do that. Ooh, I carried a little bit too much speed there, getting over the side there. Very bumpy, and that very much unsettled the car. Killed all of my momentum as well. Left one coming up, so this is a pretty tight corner. Definitely going to be using the handbrake for that. Probably should have braked a little bit more, though. Don't need to recover my vehicle. Thank you very much. You can see I've lost about another 5.5 seconds in the second part of this stage. Oh, gosh, carrying way too much speed there, and I've outright rolled the car over. And unfortunately, the Mini is very box-shaped, so when it gets on its side, it's staying on its side. It's very much like a turtle in that respect. Coming down the hill now, and yeah, didn't take that corner super well. So after a pretty decent start, things have started to go worse. They're steadily declining, and I do actually remember this circuit now. It's been a little while since I recorded this, and I've just been really busy over the past week or so. I was also sick a little bit. I had a little bit of a stomach bug for a few days, which prevented me really from doing anything, which was unfortunate. Oh, getting onto the handbrake at the last possible second there, heading into that corner, and I actually made it through. Pretty incredible. I couldn't believe that I made that, and this actually looks very familiar. That looks like the opening two corners from the first video, and I don't think I noticed that at the time. But I'm pretty sure those were the opening two corners from the first video. So that's interesting. Actually, parts of stages go into other stages to form completely different stages. I'm not 100% certain. Anyway, 42 seconds now is the split time, 43.6 as we cross into the final part of this stage now. Definitely need to be getting on the handbrake there as I slam the back end of the car into the guardrail. That's definitely not going to be helping. I suppose it's a good thing I repaired my wheels before this stage now. Oh man, a big dip in the ground on the left-hand side. nearly causing my car lots of problems. Oh, and I've gone right off the side of the mountain. That's very unfortunate. That's going to give me a 14-second time penalty. You really have no say in the matter when you go off that badly. It just forces you to reset. So third gear through this right-hander. Got a left 2 coming up, so I imagine we'll be downshifting into second. We sure do. Not bad through there. You can still see I'm feeling very uncomfortable with it. It's the long corners. You know, when there's quick corners, it's not so much of a big deal. You just quick tap of the handbrake just to get the right angle on the car, and then go on the throttle and understeer your way out of the corner. It's really not a big deal. But for the really long corners, it's like you have to handbrake and then throttle and then handbrake and then throttle, or at least that's what I was doing, I'm pretty sure, and it really wasn't working out all that well. I mean, maybe I just need to, lift off the throttle, but coming to the end of the stage now, over a minute behind whoever was in first place, so that's really not going to be helping me out all that much, unfortunately. Yep, fourth for that stage. Let's see where that puts me overall. Am I going to continue? Yep, I am going to continue. So somehow that actually puts me into third overall, and it says I improved from fourth. That's interesting. But I am 4 minutes 20 seconds behind the leader after 3 stages of this 4-stage rally. 420 YOLO swag blaze it. Yep, and now we're going to Core Wi-Fi Daphne. That's right, Core Wi-Fi Daphne. That's what I'm calling it. And of course, on that screen, you guys can see a map as well. I wasn't really utilizing the map at this stage, to be totally honest. In later rallies, you'll see in this career, maybe I spend a little bit more time on it, or at least I spend a bit more time looking at the map, just to get an idea of how many tight corners there are. So now what I do, again, I'm recording this commentary after the fact, so now what I do when I'm starting a rally is I take a look at the map and I'm like, okay, I see 3 hairpins. One is pretty early on, and it's a right-hand hairpin. And then there's 2 kind of towards the end, and it's a left and then a right. It's something like that. Ooh, very, very wide through that corner. Oh my gosh, where is the road? Holy crap, that was like the tightest corner ever. And nope, I'm going the wrong way. Where am I going? What's going on here? Okay, so it's definitely a right-hand corner. Or is it? No, it's a left-hand corner. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Even afterwards, in commentary, I got confused by that corner. So, yeah, that's not a great way to approach a rally race, by the way. Getting lost on the rally circuit is never advisable in rally racing, and doing a U-turn. In fact, doing 2 U-turns. I did 2 U-turns just to get back going in the right direction. So somehow I'm only 24 seconds behind. Oh, nope, now I've fallen right off the circuit. Yep, and I'm going to have to recover my vehicle. Why isn't it doing it automatically? There we go. Yeah, I'm a solid 43 seconds behind, and we're only a minute and a half into this stage. We haven't even hit the 25% part. There we go. 48 seconds behind at the first split in this final rally. So I would like to try. Oh, there's a hairpin coming up, left-handed hairpin. There it is. It's an uphill hairpin, which is the worst kind for the Mini. And actually, that wasn't too bad. I hit my apex, understeering massively coming out of the corner. As I mentioned in the previous video, you just get tons of understeer anytime you're accelerating in this car. Totally missing the apex for that one. Carried just a little bit too much speed through there, but I did manage to get it turned through. It wasn't great, but it wasn't the worst turn I've ever taken. At least I kept it on the track. Nicely through there, but again, you see, the handbrake will get me kind of halfway through the corner, and that's it. It's not like handbraking in other games. Like in other games, if you hold the handbrake for a little bit, you turn 90 degrees. If you hold it for a little bit longer, you turn 180 degrees. It's just, it all depends on your application of the handbrake. But I feel like in this Mini, when you pull on the handbrake, or when you push the handbrake button, in this case, because I'm just pushing the circle button on my Logitech Driving Force GT, carrying lots of speed into this hairpin, but somehow managed to get it slowed down and turned around. I don't know how. That seemed strange, for sure. I believe this car would be quite good on the brakes in real life. Oh, and carrying a lot of speed again into this hairpin. It wasn't quite as bad as last time, though. Missing my apex by a meter or two, but still managed to keep it on the circuit. The split has disappeared for some reason. I don't know why we're not getting a split time at the top right to see my gap. But anyway, ooh, up and over that bump. No air, though. He didn't say jump, maybe. That's what the co-pilot will say when there's a possibility of getting air. Although even when he says jump maybe, it's actually not. It really is maybe, especially in this Mini, because this thing does not have tons of power. It doesn't weigh very much, as you can imagine. This Mini probably weighs more than a handful of fat Americans, so it's pretty lightweight for sure. But at the same time, it's just it has no power. So I think he said jump. I think he said this was a jump. Nope, nothing. Absolutely nothing happens. And we're in the final split now of this fourth stage, excuse me, in Greece, and this will be. So we're gonna find out our finishing position. I will, like I said, I would like to stay. Ooh, turned in a bit too early for that one. Taking out a bit of the fencing there. Getting my way through the corner now finally, and accelerating my way out.
Left 6 crest, keep mid.
Left 6 crest, keep mid.
Crest, 80.
Is right here.
Left 6, 100.
Oh no. I don't know what that was actually.
Right 2 half long.
Caution right 2 half long, so this is going to be a fairly tight corner. I'm definitely going to want to go down to second gear. Getting onto the handbrake a little on the late side there, but managing to keep it all pointing in the right direction for the most part, but unfortunately just missing everything at this little hairpin here. But that's sort of like what I was saying earlier. When you pull on the handbrake, it only turns this Mini 90 degrees. Is nearly impossible. Oh gosh, that's not the way you want to be finishing a rally whatsoever. At least it's a straight line. So a minute 15 behind first place is what it says at the top right. We'll see if that's enough to keep me in third place. But yeah, ripping the handbrake in this Mini really only seems to get you 90 degrees turned, not 180 degrees. So actually that was good enough for third at that stage. So that should mean that we are safe for this rally to finish in a podium position. I know there's at least like 12 drivers. I never scrolled down past, but we do finish in third. We end up getting almost 39,000 credits as a result. Engine upgrade 1 installed. Engine upgrade 2 progress is 30%. And that's going to do it for this video. Thanks guys for watching. There is going to be another video coming out in just a little bit, so keep your eye out for that. Thanks. Bye-bye.